Hi and welcome back to Bob's Little Sport Shop. Today we have two pistols in front of us. They both kind of look pretty familiar if you do shoot or play any video games or watch any movies. They're going to look familiar to you. The first one here is a Glock 19. This is a Glock 19 Gen 5. That's not really the one we're going to talk about today. What we're going to talk about is a new line that we picked up here at the store, and this is the Alpha Foxtrot. These guns are made in Duluth, Georgia. And the really interesting thing that sets them apart from the Glock 19, I mean it looks very similar to a Glock 19, is the fact that it's an aluminum frame. So all your Glock pistols are going to come with that polymer frame. This one has an aluminum frame. So you get the same type of feel in a way to a Glock, but you're getting it with aluminum frame, which means you're going to have a little bit more weight, which translate to when you're shooting it, less recoil. We will get this gun on the range. This video we're just going to kind of go over it, show you how to take it apart, and talk about a couple of the major features it has. So the first thing is, being aluminum frame, we have a couple things. We'll start at the back here. The first we'll notice is this beaver tail. So this beaver tail extends quite a bit out, similar to a 1911 beaver tail, which you're not going to get on a standard 19. Now you can add your back straps to give you that beaver tail if you have a larger hand, but this one comes from the factory with that beaver tail machined in place. And you can see when I put this in my hand how much further this comes back and protects the corner of my hand, and I'm able to get that nice high grip on the gun. So that's the beaver tail. Moving forward from there, small thing here, we have this little hump on the back. What that does is it allows the pistol to fit nice and firmly in your palm, so you get that nice comfortable grip there. And that's just that little jut out in the back. Moving down, it does take standard Glock 19 mags. So this is a Glock 19 Gen 5 10 round mag. It will take Magpul mags. Any aftermarket mags will fit in it just fine. And it does have a little shoe cut out, so if you want to pull it out from the base plate, you can. You can actually get your finger on there to rip the mag out. Serrations are pretty minor. It does have stippling on it, similar to like what you would have on a Gen 4, and then actually the Gen 5 has similar stippling as well. The stippling on the back strap comes straight down, which is a nice slick feature, and then on the front strap here they come straight down as well. Magazine release has more of a round type button, while your Glocks are more boxy. Your Glock 19 mag release here is that basically a box, rectangle. Well, this is a more oval-shaped mag release, and it drops the mags drop free, and it works just fine. Moving up, it is a 3-pin gun, so it would be similar to like a Gen 4 would be a 3-pin, where it has the 1 pin in the back and 2 pins up front. Takes what looks like a standard Glock trigger. We'll take it apart and go into a little more detail on that, but that's the standard. Looks like a standard Glock with a safe action type trigger. Standard takedown that you would see on any Glock, and then the thing that I like here is this basically gas pedal right there. So what you can do is, with your aggressive grip, instead of having to run up high on the slide, it's got the little ledge right there. I can put my thumb right on that ledge, and I'm not interfering with my slide stop with my opposite thumb because of this extended beaver tail. So one problem, well, that's not a problem, but one thing that I do is, when I shoot all my Glocks, since I have such an aggressive high grip, my thumb is resting on the slide stop. I can fix that by moving my thumb out, but I'm so used to just riding right there that when I hit slide stop, when my slide locks back on the last round, for me, it doesn't always lock back because I'm applying pressure to that slide stop. So in this, we'll see when we shoot it, but the way that my hand rests on this gun, I'm not actually even touching the slide stop, even when I'm wrapping pretty far around. So it'd be interesting to see if the slide actually locks back for me when I shoot it. Moving down to the rail, we do have a pick rail. It's a 2-slot, while your Glocks the 19 is a 1-slot, so you get that second slot on the pick rail. And then the other thing is the finish on this is I think they call it, let's see here, polished DLC. So it's a polished DLC finish. It's pretty shiny. It has front and rear cocking serrations, so I can rack from the back or I can rack from the front. Comes with this model comes with a threaded barrel, 1/2 by 28. Moving on to the sights, it has very Glock-ish sights, meaning you have the standard Glock front sight you would see on most Glocks. The rear sight is similar, but a little bit different as to where the box in the back doesn't actually connect. It's just one line on the bottom and then two lines up. So that's I'm not sure why they opted to go that route, but maybe just to kind of separate themselves from Glock as much as possible. It is RMR cut, so it does have the optic plate cut on top for an RMR. And that pretty much goes over the frame and slide. We do have on this side here, we have the Alpha Foxtrot logo machined right into the slide. And the model on this guy is the AFC, so Alpha Foxtrot Compact. So we're gonna go ahead and disassemble this. First thing we're gonna do obviously is take the mag out, lock the gun open, make sure the gun's clear. And this is gonna disassemble just like any other Glock 19 would. We're going to pull back on the slide, pull the tabs down on the side. So we will pull the slide back, pull those tabs down, release the slide, squeeze the trigger, push it forward, and the slide comes right off. So now we have our disassembled frame and our slide. To remove the barrel, since this one is threaded, we're gonna have to unthread this cap so we can actually get it through. So we'll take our thread cap off, and then we can pull our barrel up. There's our barrel. You can probably, I don't know if you'll be able to see through the barrel. And then the underside of the slide basically looks like a Glock 19. So that's the slide. Nothing really different to talk about there. It does have this O-ring, which is making it impossible to put the barrel in. So we'll go ahead, and this looks kind of like almost like a Gen 3, Gen 2 and 3 guide rod, recoil spring. Cap back on. And then there's our frame, and basically it looks identical to a Glock. Slide stops right there. There's our trigger bar. After we take this gun in the range, we'll do a complete disassembly of this, just to see if it has all the same parts as a Glock 19 or not. But right now it pretty much looks like it does. We have regular standard trigger bar. Looks like our connector and sear and trigger spring are back here, and then our locking block and our takedown. So it looks very similar to a Glock 19, but we'll go into a little more detail on that when after we shoot it. We do a disassembly and a cleaning video on it. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw this slide back on. And the gun's back together. These are coming in a retail of about $950. So it is a significant step up from a Glock 19. Even if you went with an MOS, you'd be looking probably in that just $650, $700 range for a 19 MOS. Granted, you're getting the threaded barrel, and it's not a Glock. It's a alloy frame. I mean, it's significantly heavier than a Glock 19. But yeah, definitely stop in, check these out. It's Alpha Foxtrot. We're going to have them in a bunch of different models in this pattern. They also make a little bit slimmer gun that takes a Glock 48 mag, but that's going to come optic ready as well. And the other thing they make is 1911s. So they make a bunch of different 1911s optic ready. So we'll be having some of those in as well, and we'll get to show off some of those to you. So Alpha Foxtrot. We're going to go over the bag, what it comes with as well. So you figure on a Glock 19 you get a hard case and 3 mags. With the Alpha Foxtrot, it comes in this nice range carry bag. We'll open this up, see what's inside. So inside we have our trigger lock, owner's manual, goes over gun, disassembly, all that good stuff. Warranty card, and then you have your pouch for the pistol, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots for additional mags. So that's what the gun's going to come in. It does come in a cardboard box as well, but there's nothing in the box except the pistol case. So that's the video that we put together there real quick on this quick tabletop review of the Alpha Foxtrot C19, or Alpha Foxtrot AF. That's the video we put together real quick on the Alpha Foxtrot. It's the AFC. Basically very similar to a Glock 19, but has a lot of features that you're not going to get on a standard production run 19. Big thing there is the beaver tail and how it fits your hand. So definitely stop in, put it in your hand, check it out, see how it feels. If you have any other guns that you'd like us to bring in and do a little review on, definitely let us know in the comments section. We just came back from SHOT Show as well as the M-Charge dealer show down in Savannah. So we are going to have some new guns that we haven't had in the store before, and we'll have those definitely be doing little tabletop reviews on them and going over different things. But if there's anything you want to see, definitely let us know. There's a lot of new guns that have just been released that we're going to try to get in here and shoot and go over. And yeah, so definitely stop in, check out the Alpha Foxtrot as well as 19s, which we always have in stock. And like the video, share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.